Statistics indicate that an increasing number of global citizens are turning away from traditional media sources and are looking elsewhere for their news. The successes of networks like Press TV in recent years, which have millions more views on their YouTube channels than, for example, the US network CNN has on its YouTube channel, provokes the question, is the mainstream media still mainstream? Critics note that media venues such as Press TV and Russia Today have been debunking many of the lies and distortions of the Western media, while also reporting many censored subjects, from the uprising in Bahrain to the struggle of the Syrian people against Western-backed, Al-Qaeda-affiliated insurgents. Such critics say that this willingness to address the truth explains why Western governments have been desperately attempting to jam Press TV signals and otherwise delegitimize such alternative media.
What I like about these news sites, specifically RT News and Press TV, is that they are telling us a different narrative, and they're allowing us to have more information, if you will, when it comes to geopolitical situations around the world. In the past, we've only got one narrative by the Western media, and that was the narrative of Western capitalism, the narrative of Western imperialism.
Critics note that Press TV and similar media outlets have the freedom to shine a spotlight on the anti-democratic policies of the very Western governments that are incessantly lecturing other countries on what a perfect democratic society looks like.
We had fraudulent elections here, and our media they don't cover it because the media is owned by the corporations. They're in bed with the politicians. They practice something called self-censorship, which is, omitting the necessary truth, the information that's needed by the citizens.
Analysts note that unlike Press TV, the Western media is unable to offer both sides of the argument on certain topics of geopolitical importance. Critics note that the so-called mainstream media's tendency to exclude certain vital truths is forcing the global public to look elsewhere for their news. Joshua Blakeney, Press TV, Calgary.